It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Bengals and the Browns coming up next.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7th. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 66 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Coleman has it here right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Looking to throw. Williams. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Back to throw. Williams. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Second down and 8. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Williams. And it's caught. Yeah, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. How about to start throwing the football. 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
On 2nd down, Burris. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Williams. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games. Both losses. But just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Throwing on 1st down. Gordon. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Gordon. And this is incomplete. 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Back to throw. Gordon. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Gordon's throw taken in here by Chase. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a give right side. Carmichael. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
On second down now, Carmichael. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Touchdown! That's caught. Jamar Chase from 8 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Sack, baby.
He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 1st and 10, Gordon. And he whips that one incomplete there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Gordon. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
There goes a deep ball. End zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. These two teams all tied after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On second down, Wiggins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
The Browns on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he finds Beasley complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the gun on third down, Gordon. He hits Beasley right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On first down, Carmichael. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Gordon. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go! Let's go!
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. And here's a handoff out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run on the draw. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Williams. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Point after try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On the left side, he finds Beasley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Looking to throw. Gordon. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's Williams from the gun on third down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Williams throwing on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gordon. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. From the gun on 3rd down. Gordon. And that is incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. The kick by Bass is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Williams now from the gun on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now Williams, a final shot before break. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
On first down, Gordon. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action. Gordon. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Back to throw. Gordon. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. The kick by Bass is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
And I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing on first down, Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down now, Glass. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. From the gun on third down, Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right? Not turning it over and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Looking to throw. Gordon. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dayo Odeyingbo able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Williams. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Williams from the gun on third down. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot. Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. To throw on third down. Gordon. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Gordon. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. On third down, Gordon. And this one caught by Beasley. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Bengals. From 17 yards out, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They'll try and throw for it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll run on first down. Glass. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Gordon. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the Bengals on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Gordon, he's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Williams. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Wiggins. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. On 3rd down, Burris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And got his man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive.
Got a man. It's Schwartz complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Wiggins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Williams now. Off the play fake. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 2nd down now, Carmichael. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Carmichael. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Gordon. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Cincinnati. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Gordon's throw caught by Higgins.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Gordon's throw taken in by Adams.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Browns.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now Williams to throw on second down. Big hold to the 30 and all the way out to the 35-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for only a couple. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Here's Williams looking to throw on second down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Williams going to throw again. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw. Williams. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they take a knee. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they'll indeed take a knee. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Bengals, they pick up their second win now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.